All right, let's talk about the workforce situation. Dallas, among the top 100 metro areas in the country, gained the most jobs. This is according to data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. But the unemployment rate continues to show something very specific, and that is racial disparity. Among those who are unemployed, the vast majority of them are Black or Latino. 7% of Latino Texans are unemployed, 9.2% of Black Texans are unemployed. That compares to only 4% of white Texans. And the mayor addressed this issue, saying we need to modernize the workforce by making it more diverse. And to make it more diverse, you have to reach people where they are. And oftentimes in minority communities, they're strapped with other issues that make accessibility to work programs, to education more difficult. And so as we're dealing with a worker shortage, we're looking at, okay, so who is unemployed exactly? Why are they unemployed and where do they live? And we're uncovering this racial disparity. Now, I don't think this is news. We know that there's always been a racial disparity in unemployment. But it seems like when there's a worker shortage, there's much more attention paid to what the solutions are to get those folks to work.
Exactly. And, you know, one of the things I thought about was, you know, a lot of moms who are having to stay home with children. You know, daycare issues. That's a huge thing in work.
Because that cost is going up.
Come on. And then, you know, who is going to be watching your children if you're trying to look for work and then when you actually find the work? I mean, it's just, it never ends.
Transportation issues. In marginalized communities, there are transportation issues.
Exactly.
A lot of those homes don't have internet, so they're not on LinkedIn. They're not putting together a LinkedIn page. I mean, believe it or not, even hourly wage jobs for fulfillment centers for Amazon, a lot of those folks who get those jobs get found on LinkedIn. They have a page, even if it's just got some basic information of what their experience is in the retail industry, they use that as a tool. And if you're not online, because you don't have that access, then you don't have that. You don't have that benefit.
And think about how we grew up, Ron. You know, if the child care was an issue, you know, grandma or relatives,
extended family, neighbor,
live right across the street or a couple of doors down, like you and I experienced when we were growing up. So a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, and if you weren't necessarily a quote-unquote latchkey kid, you knew that between the hours of 2 and 4, if you were home alone at age 11 or 12, it was okay because you had a list of emergency numbers. You could check in with one of 5 neighbors who are around. And that's not to diminish the presence of that now in a lot of these communities. You know, it still takes a village, right, to raise a child.
Yes, it does. It takes a village.
And there are a lot of people watching who I know have neighborhoods that are still very much like that, where they look out for each other's children.
And their names were on the fridge.
And their names were on the fridge with the phone numbers. And back then, not to date myself, you only had to dial 4 numbers to get to the neighbor. You didn't have to dial 7 numbers.
I know, right?